What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 27th day of July, and here we are at about $3.20. Absolutely looking like we found the low. I mean, Bitcoin's moving up. I think that we're going to have a good finish to this week. You know, we are coming up to a new month in August, and oftentimes, let's just look at this real quick, okay? Look at this on the monthly time frame, just to see if I'm making sense here. You see how green this month is, right? Absolutely green. I'm expecting August to be even greener. It's going to be a very big month in August. But you see how that wick started there? Right, you have a little wick to the downside. That means at the beginning of the month you move down. You see this fantastic month to the upside here? That one as well. Wick to the downside, wick to the downside. Now, this one did not have a wick to the downside. Okay. What the hell was that? Dude, I got my window open. That was a weird noise. Did you guys hear that? That shit was weird, man. I'm sorry. I don't normally cuss. That freaked me out, though. Oh, man. If I get murdered, you guys understand, right? If I get mauled by some kind of beast. I live out in the mountains, man. I live out in the wilderness. Well, maybe not so much in the wilderness, but still, that freaked me out. I ain't scared of no man, but I definitely am scared of a bear or a mountain lion. Even a badger. They got that animal strength, man. Anyways, XRP. XRP. All these green months do have wicks to the downside, typically, right? So assuming August is going to be a green month, I think that we can assume that the beginning of August might be a little bit turbulent. I think that the ending of July will be up. We'll be moving up. But the beginning of July or beginning of August, we might move down a little bit. So with that in mind here, I don't think that it's vital. But if we're believing this to be the low and that we go higher, we don't go below that low, that was the last time that we'll ever see prices below $3 again for the rest of this cycle, if not ever for XRP, then what we would need to see is growth going into the end of this month. We need to see growth because likely we will have some kind of pullback once we cross that threshold of August. We will see some kind of pullback, right? So to validate this as a low between now and the end of this month, we just got to keep moving higher. I don't care how high, but the higher you go, the better, because odds are, again, once we cross into August, we'll get a little pullback and then we'll continue to run, because typically it's like a superstition. It's not a requirement, but typically you do get a little wick to the downside on green months. That's just how it happens. You get a little wick to the upside on red months. It's not a requirement. There's nothing that says that has to happen, but it's just very typical, absolutely typical, right? Like 9 out of 10 typicality, if typicality is even a word. Is typicality a word? I don't want to look it up, but I'll look it up later. Maybe you guys can look it up right now. But you know what I mean when I say it, right? So let's make it a word. Damn it, Urban Dictionary. Looking at this here, it's twice that I've cussed. I don't normally do that in these videos, but $319. 319 cents. I'm sorry, $3.19. 20 hours, 25 minutes left. If we're looking at this on a 1 hour time frame, come on now. 1 hour time frame. We're consolidating. We actually look, man, this looks really good. You've got a nice little Adam and Eve double bottom here, right? You've got this W shape, Adam and Eve. I've been making videos all night, and Mufasa comes up for this video only, man. He only comes up for the XRP stuff, I swear. He comes up for some other ones too, but I've been making videos for the past like couple hours now, and now he comes up. Now's whenever he comes up. He's a good boy. Anyways, you've got this nice double bottoming pattern here. It's almost like you got a cup with handle, kind of, but it's not a cup with handle because I'm pretty sure the handle has to come up to that part. I don't know. I'm not actually that. It's a simple pattern, but I'm not that experted on cup and what is and isn't cup and handles. But I do believe that this consolidation is bullish. I do believe that moving sideways like this, having a horizontal range after moving up, is bullish, and I think that would promote continuation. And that continuation in itself is also bullish, because anytime that you have an Adam and Eve or a W pattern and you break above the nipple here, you tend to go all the way back up to where the pattern started, where the W started, which is here. Or if you use the measure move of the Adam and Eve itself, it'd probably take you to that same area. Let's just see. Actually, because I forget. We did this yesterday, but I forget where. Let's see. Low to high here. Put this all the way up there. Yeah, I mean, it'll take you there and beyond. So, I mean, all the way up to 360. All the way up. And by the way, again, same kind of thought here. You know, if we're looking at XRP, we talked about this exact same thing, what I'm about to say. We talked about it whenever it was down here, okay? Nobody wants to buy XRP down here. All the people that want to buy, they've already bought, whatever, like people are skeptical, right? The attitude is, yeah, but it could come back down, it could go lower. It's not being exciting. But then once we got up here, the perspective shifted a little bit, didn't it? Once you got up here, you weren't even at new all-time highs. You're up here, and the only thing people can think about is, oh my God, XRP is going to new all-time highs. That's all, and that's all you heard for like a week was, it's doing it, it's happening. Here we are. You know what I mean? That's all anybody could ever talk about. XRP is one of the most talked about coins now because it saw new all-time highs, right? We were talking about it day in and day out throughout this whole damn consolidation phase, even before that. But that's beside the point. It's the same thing here. It's the same. It's so easy, so amazing how quickly we forget. It's the same attitude, maybe not quite to the same extent, but it's the same attitude here. Oh, it could go lower. Yeah, I know it's a good crypto, but it could go lower. Maybe I'll wait for it to go lower and buy some. I'm not going to buy it here though. But then it gets up to here. Then we get up to 360 where that measure move is. 360, right there. And it's like, oh my God, it's going to go to new all-time highs. It should be obvious at this point that it's going to go to new all-time highs. I don't know why people wait for the pumps, but if you don't buy it here, you're only going to buy it at higher prices probably, if you're looking to buy it, right? Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Being here at $3.20, you could go down to $2.80, and it's still a good price to buy at this level. I don't think you're going to $2.80. I don't think that you're going below that low. I'm very confident as the days go that was your low. I don't think we go below, what is that, 295, 296. We're not going to go below that low. That was it. If you didn't scoop it up there, but below $3, that was the last chance probably ever in your life that you'll get that. Right here, this might be one of the last days of your life, genuinely, that XRP is ever below $4. Because whenever we start moving up, guys, we're going to rip through the freaking roof. It's very possible that we're up above $4 before August even happens. Maybe we'll probably come back, I would think, below $4 with that August, the beginning of August move down. But again, that's not promised. Just because it's typical doesn't mean it has to happen. But all that to say, the thought of breaking out of this measure move here on this Adam and Eve pattern, on this W, whatever you want to call it, taking you up here, XRP, not so exciting right now. For the people who are waiting to buy, they're like, it could go lower. Why not wait? It could go lower. You'll be forced to buy higher, right? Anybody who panic sold here, oh no, I'll just wait for it to go lower. You will be forced to buy higher. You'll be forced to buy higher. Unfortunately, you would have sold to the people who are the strong hands, and then you'll be buying probably back from people. I don't even know, man. Who's going to sell it? Like, who's going to sell it? If you have serious money, who's going to sell it at these levels? Like, if you're up here, there's only one thing that people are thinking about that are investing in XRP, and that is new all-time highs. The perspective will shift again. And when that perspective shifts, man, when you get back into the overbought zone on your daily time frame, whenever you start ripping and running, the only place that you're going to stop is probably several dollars away from where you are now, right? And when I say stop, I mean much like you stopped here, right? Not like a stop like this. I don't think that you're going to stop like this right here. I think that it'll be much like a stop like this. Move up, consolidate for 3 or 4 days or a week, and then you move back up again, right? You're not stopping. You're not going to stop like this where you consolidate for months, if that even. We'll see how long you consolidate for. XRP can consolidate for a long time, so it really could consolidate for. I don't expect the average coin to consolidate for months, but XRP could. It likes to consolidate sometimes. It's like boring for a long time and then it's exciting for a short time. But this exciting bit right now, I think, is not stopping until we're at $13 to $17, somewhere in that range, up there. And we've got our fib targets. We've done our measurements versus the XRP to BTC chart to validate all that. I don't want to get into it now, but I've done that countless times. There are several ways to validate the idea that XRP is going to be worth more than $13 by the end of this next phase. When is this phase going to be over? Your guess is as good as mine. I'm thinking end of August, 18th to the 25th, somewhere in that time frame. If not then, maybe September, but sometime soon. We're going to be up at that area, right? And again, everybody knows what we're dealing with this thing, right? They know what we're dealing with, and if they're not feeling the pressure to buy now, all it takes is a little 10% bump, and then the pressure's back on to accumulate as much as you can before this thing rips through the freaking roof and goes all the way up to, again, $13 to $16 in the next 4 to 6 weeks. You're at $3.20 now. I think that there will be coins that outperform that amount of growth, but for the amount of, let's say, security, the lack of risk for that kind of growth, it's unmatched, right? There's various coins. Whenever I talk to my friends who, they don't have a lot of cash, They've just started their investing journey. And they're trying to make some money for Christmas, for their family, for themselves, to start something, right? I'll throw low cap coins to them. When I have people who come to me who have multiple millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars even, and they ask me what they should invest in, none of it's financial advice. I tell them the same thing. And they offer to pay me, and I'm like, no, I don't want your money. I'm serious, guys. I don't want your money. And people like that. I don't know if you guys, I don't know how many people out there have millionaire friends or 100 millionaire people. I wouldn't even call them friends, but acquaintances. People like that, they don't do things for free, right? And they don't expect you to do things for free. So whenever they meet me, they don't really know what to do with me, right? Because I'm like, I don't want your money. I just want you to take your money and grow. Do something with it, right? We can talk. We can be buddies. Buy me a dinner or something. Whatever. I don't care. I'm getting off on a whole different tangent here. But when I talk to those people about what to put money into, it's XRP. It's XRP. Because with that kind of money, you need something that's secure. It's XRP. And some people might give me crap for this, but it's Bitcoin Cash. It's Ethereum. It's Monero. Stuff that has lineage, heritage to it, and has been tried and tested and come out on top. That kind of stuff, right? And XRP is always in the list because this thing, I think, has a lot of room to grow. It's going to move up in a very, very fast amount of time. And it's also one of the most secure, safest bets in crypto for the amount of growth you're going to see. There's not many cryptos that you can count on to outperform the average coin. In the top 125, coins that have a market cap that's 90% less than this coin will outperform a lot of those coins. You don't see that kind of growth with something that's also this secure. That's all I'm trying to say by this last point here. But I started talking about myself and I got all distracted, man. Because I don't like to talk about myself. But I got nothing else, guys. I really do appreciate you all. I hope you've had a good day. I hope you've had a good time with XRP down at these prices. We're going through the roof here very soon, man. Very, very soon. I got nothing else. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all. Take care. Bye-bye.